guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you my newest MOC, a Mercedes W124. Look at the front, you can see I've actually managed to put a license plate over here. And this is the correct shape of the grille. That's what I was trying to do. Then I've also got the Mercedes badge standing up over here. And the headlights are just translucent pieces. Then if we move on to the hood, it actually opens, but just a small part because it was pretty difficult to design since I wanted to get this sloped line. Now if you look at the wheels, they're actually similar to the new F40 set. Then this car is actually not 8 wide like the normal speed champions, it is 7 wide. And I like to build MOCs in 7 wide because I feel like it's more proportionate to the Lego minifigure. Now moving on to the side, and on this all the doors open, which is a feature that I really wanted to put in here. And now there are collisions in the studio file, but I built and tested most of this in real life and everything works. Now if we come to the rear, over here I actually have to give credit to Lego Man Singh for designing the tail lights. The original design which I had didn't look all that good, but I feel like this has improved it. Now at the rear, again we have an opening trunk. It doesn't open that much, but it still does. Then another thing which I forgot to mention, so the car there is this grey line just like on the real one. Now this is what the top looks like. Nothing much to see here. Here's another render for it. Then coming to the review mirror, this actually looks very similar to the shape of the one which I actually saw. I took a lot of inspiration from that one. So this is really adjustable. This one by one plate with a bar can rotate, so you can change that angle. And since this is attached just with a clip, it also does rotate. Then here, as you can see, there is an engine in here. The hood opens, the trunk opens, and the doors open. Over here, this door I actually forgot to open it fully, but it does open more than that. So here you can take a better look at the engine. It's a V8. Then over here you can see, like I said earlier, the rear doesn't open that much, but again I was able to fit a license plate here. Also, one thing which I need to mention, I actually did not make instructions for this one because the front end is really fragile. When I was building it, it kept falling apart, so I don't really think anyone should build this. But if you want to see how it's built, I do have the studio file attached in the description. Go check out my Rebrickable. So then if we come to the interior, I actually made this really detailed. So the seats are sloped inwards and they're also sloped like this. I don't think it fits minifigs, unfortunately, but to me it doesn't really matter. Then I tried to add some brown accents in here, but since some of the parts weren't available, I had to use different colors. Now over here you can actually see that there is an accelerator and brake. It's just very oversized. Then coming to the back seat, it is only I think 3 studs wide. At the top, yeah, you can see it's 3 studs wide at the top, but it is actually 5 studs wide. So in here you can see a side by side view of both of them. I mean of the car from 2 different angles. Now one more thing, in the tail light, this gap which is over here is supposed to represent the transparent part on the real one. Then this is the base of the car, so you can see how it's made. Now let me show you the studio file so you get a better understanding of the overall build. So over here, first of all, you can see the hood. It's actually supposed to be at an angle, but in the final renders I forgot to add that. And then if we come to the back, this is what the original tail lights looked like. Basically, that is a translucent part over here, and then above that it's just a bracket. Now, in the modified version, if I go back to that, you can see that this actually stays at the same level. And now the way this is done is by putting this on a bracket while this is on a plate. So again, credit to Lego Man Singh for this design. Now, if we come back to the front, let me show you how the front bumper is made. So first of all, you can see it's divided into two main sections. First is this gray part, and then the second is this section. Now the way they both are connected is the bracket over here, and it connects with this plate. Now, I mean this tile. Now this round tile is at an angle so that these can connect properly, because this is actually half a plate like it's half a plate smaller on the outside on both sides. So then for that it has to be at an angle. Then if I just go into this sub model, you can see this is just this piece put into 1 by 1 by 2 plate with a hole. Then the way the grill is done is relatively basic. It's just a bracket, a slope, and another slope on another bracket. Then the headlights are again relatively basic. It's just some brackets. Then if we go to the side, you can see over here, as I mentioned earlier, the review mirror has a lot of movement. So you can see it moves in this direction. And if I select the whole submodel, it also moves in this direction. Now, if I show you the interior for a minute, you can see this is what I meant with the seats earlier. Then coming to the back, the trunk actually works using the 2-point hinge technique, so credit to Bricks, Blocks and MOCs for this design. Okay, so at a bit of a bonus, I decided to show one of my really old MOCs. This is also Mercedes W124, but this one I designed when Need for Speed Unbound came out. So as you can see, it looks really basic, and that's because I didn't really have as many parts back then. But it still has the Mercedes hood ornament. You just can't really see it properly from this angle. Then moving on to the side, you can see how the roof is built. It's a really basic mechanism, because again, like I mentioned earlier, I didn't have enough pieces. So then coming to the rear, over here again pretty basic. Then here you can see the black side. I only had the fenders from the GTR Speed Champion set, so I couldn't build it in black fully on the side. Then here you can see the interior. If I remember correctly, it was actually able to fit 4 minifigs, even though it is 6 wide. Now the reason for this is because the doors make the car 7 wide, so the minifigs do have no space for their hands. Now you can see it still has the same accelerator and brake setup, which is funny. Then from this angle you can also see that the central part of the hood was sloped, which is something which I actually didn't do in this, but I did add the wedge on the side, which I think works better than just sloping the hood. Now here, this is what it looks like from the top. And yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching, and bye bye.